everyone. Welcome to the very first edition of the Iconic Moment. The Iconic Moment is a space where we celebrate our monthly Slak speech winners. And today, I would have with me the winners of the April Slak edition, our Royal Icon of the Month and our Royal Star of the Month. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification. And yes, if you have not listened to their speeches, I mean the speech that made them win the April Slak speech edition, please check it out. It's right here in the YouTube channel. So we have our Royal Icon of the Month and our Royal Star. The Royal Icon is the first position, that's the winner, and our Royal Star is the runner-up. I'll welcome right now our Royal Star of the Month, God's Favor Obona.
Thank you very much.
Hi,
nice to be here.
Welcome. Good to have you here.
Hi.
Yeah. And our Royal Icon of the Month, we have Temitope Adeoye.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me here.
Welcome, Temitope. So good to have you here. So quickly, we will dive into the conversation we have. So, Temitope, I want to know, what's your background with public speaking? How has public speaking been for you? Is it something you just started or you've been in it for a while and all of that?
Okay, public speaking has actually been part of me since I was in secondary school, actually, and it got so good being a last white, that's the Lagos State University student, and when I got to level, I joined it. So in public speaking, I've actually learned a lot in public speaking. So public speaking is just like one part of my body that I cannot just do without.
Oh, wow, that's really amazing. Good to hear. And you, God's Favor, what has public speaking been like for you? Is it something you've been into or you just gave it a try, something like that?
Yes.
All right. Actually, I love public speaking because first off, how I get to come across public speaking was I once debated while in my primary school, and I wasn't that good. But when I get to secondary school, I debated somewhere, and in fact, I messed up. So I made up my mind, and I told myself that I would be the best of all. So like it took quite for some time, and I had to go into watching public speakers on movies, going through channels and all the rest of them. And then I just developed that interest on public speaking. All right, thank you.
Oh, that's really great. That's amazing. So yes, there was a prompt for the April Slak speech edition, and the prompt was April Fool. So I want to know when you saw this prompt, oh, April Fool, what came to your mind, Temitope, when you saw the prompt for the April Slak speech edition?
All right, what came to my mind? To a random person, like to everybody, the first thing that will actually come to your mind as a public speaker, as an individual, is what would I write? What would I say? How would I put this topic into practice? Exactly what I had in mind also. I was like, what would I write? What would I say? And for just the first week when the prompt was released, I had nothing to write. I did not know what to write. So like 5 days to the deadline, I was like, okay, I'm a spoken word artist. I can just put that into practice. I can use that to express myself with the topic. And I did that. And that's just basically one thing I see that I did in the process of getting something, the content for the topic.
Oh, great. So you just had to, weave the spoken word artist thing into it. That was amazing.
Yes,
And
exactly.
and you, God's favor, yes. So when you saw the prompt, oh, April Fool, how did you prepare for it and all of that?
All right, thank you. Actually, I was thinking the prompt would be something else. Never knew it was going to be April Fool. I think that's what makes it a prompt. So, what I did was, on getting the topic, April Fools, first, had to just relax. And I looked at the deadline, though I was kind of sluggish in trying to prepare for the speech. So I just had to like put myself together. How would the speech look like? Will it be like in form of a poem, or is it going to be rhyme, or like I just had to gather myself, and then I got an idea, and I decided to write it in a storytelling format. So I had to like give it that way. So preparing for the prompt wasn't, I won't say it was an easy one though, but it's just about thinking, bringing yourself together and getting it. Thank you.
Amazing. I had to listen to your speeches and they were amazing. They were really good. Oh, somebody just came and called you. This person is dying. This. Okay. That was beautiful. You both did well. You both did well. So I want to know, do you have any sort of advice for someone who is coming into public speaking, like a newbie, that kind of thing? Do you have any advice you could give to a newbie? This is what you would do, the 10 things to do as a public speaker, 100 ways to not reject, and things like that. Do you have any sort of advice for a newbie? I want to get from you,
Okay,
Temitope.
my advice for a newbie in public speaking is first, I actually like using myself as a
Temitope,
typical
please
example.
speak louder.
I actually like using myself as a typical example when it comes to public speaking.
Okay.
So, my advice for them is to just do it. Yes, you can say you are scared, you have stage fright, you do not know what to say, you do not know how to put your content into practice. Don't just stop. Look for my advice is for you is to look for a very good public speaking academy, attend classes, train yourself. Don't stop practicing. Yes, do not stop. That's one thing I've actually learned in public speaking. Don't stop practicing. When you have something to say, when you have a presentation, just know that, oh, this is my content. Don't stop practicing. And also, have public speakers, better public speakers, or one of the best public speakers as your role model. Yes, that has actually helped me in my public speaking career. So I have a lot of people that I look up to when it comes to public speaking, not just people I that that are just on the same level with me. I have people that are higher than me. What they've achieved a lot of awards when it comes to public speaking. So basically, don't stop practicing. Look for a very good public speaking academy to learn from. Get role models that would show you the pathway to speaking in public and not just speaking in public, to speak better. So that's just it.
Oh, wow, that's really amazing. Temitope has invariably given us 3 ways to not fail as a public speaker. That was beautiful, Temi. Thank you so much. So, Obunda, yes, do you have any advice for a newbie in public speaking?
Okay, first off, I would like us to understand that public speaking in context is something that we do in our everyday life. Just
Okay.
like when you go out there to communicate with someone,
Please
it's part
be
of public
louder,
speaking.
Obunda.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm loud enough now. Okay, what I'm saying in essence is that we have to understand that public speaking is something that we do in our everyday life. Because when you go out there, sure, let's say if you want to buy something from someone in the market, of course, you will tell the person, hey, I want to buy this. That's part of public speaking. So what if you go to church and then you are asked to come out and sing? That's part of public speaking. But when it comes to like making your speech in a more presentable way, what makes you special in public speaking is you presenting your speech in a way that would intrigue the audience, the people that are listening to you. So I would say for those that are starters in public speaking, first off, you just need to make up your mind first. You need to build yourself, build your act of communication. Because if you don't know how to communicate well, then like Temitope said, stage fright is one thing that affects people a lot. And I had this idea of like becoming great. Like I always want to be great. I always want to be the best of myself. So I knew that public speaking is something that would lead me to that level. You can't become a governor, you can't become a president, you can't become good in your business sector, even your academics, your education without being good in speaking. So of course, I would say those that are starting, just make up your mind. Try to read books. Try to go through public speaking academies, public speaking books. Try to listen to good public speakers. Because one of the things that helped me was I made up my mind and I decided to follow up public speakers online, listen to them speak. And I told myself, I'll be good than these people someday. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll say to those that are starting. Thank you.
Oh, that's really beautiful. So Gospel just reminded us that what we do every day is public speaking. Every day you talk to people, every day you meet one person here or there. As you go on with your everyday life, you get to talk. So you just have to improve on your skills and know that whatever you will become in this life, you would need to speak in public, right? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So finally, I want to know, do you have plans, Temitope, do you have plans to actually do public speaking in the long run, or let's just do it for the moment and see how far we'll go with it? Is it a long run plan for you, or it's just here?
Public speaking is a long run plan for me. Yes. Okay. I'm studying accounting education in my school. And at times it amazes some people that they'll be like, oh, you're studying accounting and you're into debating, you're into spoken words, you're into a lot of things when it comes to public speaking. And I'll be like, even when I go to banks, when I'll become a chartered accountant, maybe a big business woman, I'll still need public speaking. Yes. And to this level, at times I work for competitions and people will ask, okay, what department are you? Are you in mass comm? I said, no, I'm an accounting education student. And they'll be like, wow, and you speak this great and you present this well. So public speaking is a long run journey for me. Long run journey for me. And to the glory of God, I've started already. Yes, because I make sessions, I go out to represent people, various organizations in the competitions. So it's basically, I can't stop here, definitely. I can't, and I won't. So I'm going in a very far way in public speaking.
Oh, that's so it's more like to death do you and public speaking part.
Exactly. It's just part of me. It's part of
Oh,
me. All right.
that's
So I
that's
can't
really
without
cool.
it.
That's really cool. How about you, God's favor? Is it a long run thing or to just end very soon? Let's just do it and see how far we'll go with it.
Of course, I'll say no to the letter because I can't give up on public speaking. It's something that
Okay.
I would always do. So you see, public speaking is something I love doing. Okay, now this is what happens. Most times, like when I started, I do go to the window in my house and I speak to myself in the mirror. Now that's what I did to like build my boldness and my skills and everything. So I told myself that you're gonna find yourself in a lot of places tomorrow and you really need public speaking. So public speaking is like a long-term goal for me because I will still want to, I'm not good, I'm not good enough. So I'm still building myself, going through some sections, going through some lectures, like Royal Rhetorics is one of them. So I still go through some training grounds to see that I become a very good public speaker. So public speaking is a long-term goal for me.
That's amazing. Really beautiful to hear that you have long-term plans with public speaking. It's beautiful to know. So it's been so good having you here today, the both of you, a royal star and royal icon. I mean, you guys did great at your speeches. I listened to them and I mean, you pulled that. It was beautiful to see. If you have not listened to their speeches, it's right here in the YouTube channel. Please check it out. Listen to the beautiful thing they did there and subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. So before we leave, do you have any final words, any little thing you want to say before we end this interview for today?
Okay. Another thing I would like to say is definitely challenges will actually come. Yes, people will discourage you. People will say a lot of things about you. People will be like, oh, especially when you're just like starting, you're trying to build your accent, you're trying to speak right, you're trying to speak correctly. People will be like, oh, you're forming actually, like we would say, you're forming, you're saying gibberish. What are you saying? Nothing is actually coming for you. You're not saying anything that would actually make people feel like, don't just answer them. Because when the results actually come, they'll still be the one to come back to you and ask for your favor. Yes, I'm a living example. When I was still training in my last society training ground, so people be like, "Oh, Temito, what are you doing? You're studying accounts. You're just wasting your time." I can, I failed. So I had to like redirect my path. What do you do specifically? And what are you good at? So I started gradually. People said, "Oh, what are you doing? This is not your path. Don't go into public speaking. This then will not work for you." I ignored them. But now, any event they have in my school, and my friends actually know that, oh, this thing is a public speaking event, they would call me before they call anybody. So challenges will come, people will discourage you, but don't mind them. It's just one of the things that will happen to you as you start your public speaking career. So that's what I have to say.
Oh, she star girl. That's really beautiful. Yeah, challenges are a part of life, part of everything. So look beyond the challenge and push for what you want to.
Exactly.
Thank you. So God's favor, any final words for us?
Um, okay, first off, I would like to give a quote. Now, Jesse Jackson once said something. He said, if you can conceive it and believe it, of course you would achieve it.
Yeah.
He said, it's not by your
Yes.
aptitude or your attitude or your attitude, but it's your attitude that will take you to your altitude with just a little
She
intestinal fortitude.
rhymes
Now,
here and there.
the word the word I mark there is your attitude.
Yeah.
So I think you create a positive attitude for yourself, and then you see yourself getting to the top. So don't give up. Don't give up. Always keep going. Now you may have stage fright. That's good and fine. You need to work on it, right? You need to make it stop. And what I do is that I take failure as a step to success. So whenever I fail in something, I've failed in several occasions. The first time I debated in a public, my legs were shaking. I couldn't even say any word. Like people were laughing at me. So I looked at myself. So when I went back, I said, "You be the best of all." And as of 2019, I won Abia State Best Speaker Slak Ivy. So this is something that we have to keep going despite we find failures in our ways. So my advice to everybody there, everyone outside there finally is take failure as a step. Don't stop. Create a positive attitude and you get to the top. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is aspire to propagate your desire. You know all of that. But yeah, outside of trying to sound motivational and all of that, that is it. That is it. So put in your mind to whatever you're doing and you will get the best out of it. Thank you so much, Temitope Adeoye, our royal icon of the month of April, and God's favor Obuna, our royal star of the month of April. Again, I want to say congratulations on being our royal star and royal icon. Well done, well
Thank
done,
you.
well done. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here with me today. I enjoyed every moment with the both of you. So, thank you and take
Bye.
care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.